Hey everyone, it's Rob from naturalways to lower blood sugar.com. Today I would like to discuss with you something that is extremely important. This is my Curalin review, which is the number one best way to lower your blood sugar. I'm going to show you and tell you why this is the best supplement that I have ever found to lower blood sugar. It really got me excited when I discovered this. So once I came across this unbelievably excellent product, I let everyone know just how awesome it is. Because let's face it, there are a lot of us who have high blood sugars, and no matter what medications you take or um, what supplements you take, insulin, what have you, you just can't seem to get your blood sugar levels down. I'm going to discuss with you how Curalin will do that for you with no side effects. And of course, I'd like you to follow what I did and always consult your physician before anything that you do or going off any medications, because that's what I did. I did it the right way. I'd like to start out by telling you that one bottle of Curalin lasts 2 months. If you take one a day after each meal, 3 times a day, it will last you 2 months. And for most of us, that's all you need. But let's talk about how diabetes is spreading like crazy today. It's not prejudice, doesn't care your age, what your situation is. It just keeps spreading and spreading. And it's running rampant out there. And we've got to put an end to this. I know for myself, that's why I started this website, because I don't believe in medications. They are just a temporary solution to a permanent problem, and they are just the band-aids that mask the issue of diabetes. Now, while I do have supplements on my website that work, nothing works as well as this does. Curalin has actually been a company that's been around for quite a while now, and they are it works wonders on diabetic patients, I have to tell you. But what is Curalin? It's made up of a bunch of different supplements, and to be honest with you, some of them I've heard of, some I haven't. But the fact of the matter is that when I started taking Curalin on recommendations from people who have been taking it, I wasn't really even skeptical at all. They are all natural ingredients, and they have an effect on your insulin production and pancreatic cells functioning. This product does aim to improve the development of insulin, and that is so important when it comes to diabetes. What Curalin does is it doesn't leave the food, but it also ensures that carbs and glucose-filled food have a suppressed appetite. That way, more glucose is then absorbed and energy supply lowered in conjunction as much as possible. Curalin is a 100% natural glucose supplement, and it follows the old traditions of Ayurveda, and really does have a spectacular synergistic glucose support formula connected with modern science and technology. The ingredients are healthy and effective, and I do have an article on my website about bitter melon, which is probably one of the most important ingredients in Curalin. And you can read all about these. Fenugreek is another one, which I take, or I was taking until I discovered Curalin. Some of these, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know how to pronounce. excuse me, Swartia chiretta. I've never even heard of it before, but um, Amla's another one. Gymneta sylvestri I've heard of and I've taken. Turmeric I still take, even with the Curalin. And here's another one, Picrocha. I can't even pronounce this, but it's an antioxidant that restores liver function. So some of these, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce these because they're just very hard to pronounce. But they all lend a hand in insulin and your blood sugars. Here's another one I can't pronounce, and I'm being very honest. Um, but these ingredients definitely work. You can check the current price here. And like I said, um, like I was a little shocked. You know, it was a little high, the price, when I first saw it. And not realizing that it lasts 2 months. I go, well, if this works, which it does for me, then it's half of that. And I go, well, who would not buy this to get off your medications and your insulin, and needles? Who wants to do that? This works. I've discussed it with my doctor. Even he was, like amazed at what I was telling him. You can read this about Curalin's manufacturer and how they came about Curalin, because these supplements are derived from India, and they stabilize the glucose concentration in the bloodstream. And this is definitely going to bring healing and recovery from patients suffering from type 2 diabetes. The Indians were once a leading culture in the medical practice and understood that the body needs to strike a balance between its processes in order to operate efficiently without any difficulties. And here is a testimonial from a gentleman who has taken Curalin and been successful. Now, there's all pros about this product. It'll boost your overall energy, which it does. It can increase your insulin production and sensitivity, which it does. And I'm telling you this by the fact that I have been taking this for a while now. It encourages correctly regulated blood sugar levels, and it really does. It reduces the links of sugar. The development of insulin can be actively improved. It increases pancreatic cell functionality. It can also increase energy supply and avoid the hunger for carbohydrates, which it has helped me lose weight as well. The only con that I really see here is that you can only purchase it online. But especially with COVID today, more people I think would rather purchase something online than go into the store. It can take time to produce results with your, but everybody's individually different. And I have found, for the most part, the people I've talked to, and even myself, that my blood sugar numbers changed within, I would say, 2 days. And I'll get into that a little bit more. And again, I wanted to note that one bottle lasts 2 months. Here's some social proof of people who are taking Curalin, and you can read these, and it's just amazing. I mean, I'm sure you'll find some negative reviews, no matter what product that you're reading about. But I always go by, if most of the reviews are good, especially if it's something I'm word of mouth that somebody's telling me about, which is how I came across Curalin. Talking to a friend of mine about my website, and she told me about this, and I looked into it, and 4 weeks later, no more medications, nothing. And again, I'll finish talking about that later. But of course, in addition to this, there are other strategies to stabilize your blood sugar. We all know this. Exercise, daily exercise is really important. Weight loss, really important. Diet and weight loss. It's always about what you eat, how you exercise, losing the weight. And don't skip meals. You're just better off if you have smaller meals throughout the day than skipping a meal. Nuts, I never used to eat nuts a lot. Love them. I have them now. Um, I don't drink alcohol myself. That's not good for you, obviously. But I just want to say this in conclusion here. This really works. And I'm just going to tell you a quick story before I wrap it up. Um, I went out and had pizza one day. I came back, my blood sugar was 250. I took the Curalin. 4 hours later, my blood sugar was 100. And I was shocked because I've taken many things, both medication-wise, supplements, you name it. And nothing has ever worked like this product has worked. So the proof for me was in the pudding. Once I tried this, and, of course, I talked to my doctor and wanted to make sure he knew what I was doing, and that I lowered my insulin levels first, because that's easy. You just, lower the amount of insulin that you're taking. And then I was taking Ozempic once a week. So I went off those, and then I was down to Farxiga and metformin. And metformin is one of the worst things that you can take. I stopped that, and then I was just on Farxiga. And then nothing. I take it Curalin 30 to 40 minutes after a meal. Most days I just take 3. So I'll take after breakfast, after lunch, after dinner. Try not to eat after, say, 8 o'clock at night. But the medications are gone. I cut out 4 medications. And I may be cutting out other medications due to other issues that were caused by the diabetes and the blood sugar being high. So I can say this. My wife is now taking this, and she doesn't like to take anything. And she saw when my numbers were going down, the day we had the pizza, her sugar was 250. She took the Curalin, her sugar was 95. So you have to be careful about, because you're taking something, so you have to decrease something. You don't want your sugar to go too low. The most important thing, other than talking to your doctor, is that you must check your sugar even more so than you were before you were taking this. And I'm telling you, within a week, most people I know, within days, I could see the difference. But in about a week, I was off just about everything in a week. I can't say enough about this product. I really can't. It's the greatest thing I've ever found since I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And it works. Follow what I'm telling you. Follow the instructions on the bottle. Make sure you don't run out. You order it, probably a few days before you're going to run out, because that's the one thing you'll be taking to control your sugar. And that's all I can say. Everybody I come across, I talk to about diabetes and blood sugar, I tell them about this, because it's really that amazing. I really hope that you check it out and that you'll see. And please, if you do purchase Curalin and start taking it, I would love to know how you're doing. It's so important. I want testimonials. I want people to know other people are taking this and it's working to control your sugars. It really works. That's it for now, and thank you so much for watching, and let me know how you're doing. Thank you. Bye.